Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to Options Mentor. Well, we had a week that just had a little bit of back and forth. I expected a lot more movement than what we got with both a CPI and PPI. But hey, back and forth, that's good for our style of trading as we try to take advantage of time decay. Now, this channel, by the way, has been growing very, very fast. And I appreciate all of you folks who subscribe, like, and comment on the videos. And I would encourage you to spread the word to others who would enjoy this type of options education. So let's get started here. I'm going to share my screen. And first off, let's talk about the VIX. All right, so the VIX is still way, way, way down here, nice and low relative to the last year. And in fact, if you look back to the last 3 years, it's still in that lower part until back into 2021. So this trade, this volatility level gives us good trading for both our SPX trades. And you know what, folks, you know what I like here? I don't mind a little spec play where you would go out maybe a month or so. Let's just look here. Let's do maybe the end of June or something like that, or even the middle of June. Here we go, June 14th. And you could pick up a call debit vertical. So right here, this is the future. That's why it's 18.61. But you know the VIX cash is 1703. Don't let that confuse you. The future is just a little higher. So what you could do is maybe even buy the 20 vertical. Let's get that going here. Buy the 20. And maybe whatever width you want. Here's a 2023. It's less than $100, 89 cents. There you see. Risk profile looks like this. So what we're looking for is a simple pop up into the 20s. Take your money and get out. Don't let it run up here and then just hang out. That would be a bad idea, because if you look at the chart, as we've been doing, you can see the VIX often goes up, comes right back down, up, right back down. So you don't want to get caught in that waiting. So if you had this on, maybe you slapped it on Monday, and then we get some 2.5, 3-point or more VIX moving one day, take your money. And then we'll try again another day. So that's the VIX trade. And this one, you could just buy a 20, sell the 23 for June 14th, or you could do different expirations. Now on over to SPX. I got a couple of ideas for next week. One, which I think is just terrific, is an at the money calendar. And yes, you can put it on Monday for next Friday's expiration. Just buy your long 3 days later, the 22nd. And with this, you'll have a pretty good range. You'll be good all the way up to 41.60 before you have to adjust, and down to about 40.90 on the downside. Now, of course, wherever it opens on Monday or whenever you put this on, you want to do it somewhere around the money. It doesn't have to be right at it. It could be a little above, a little below, your choice. You can kind of lean one way or another. But no matter how you do it, you're selling the 19th, buying the 22nd, a simple calendar. And let's try to get 10% and get out. Now, it may take us 2 or 3 days. Shouldn't take us much longer. This is expiration week. But that's a trade that I would be looking to do, because the volatility level is so low. And what's the chances? What's the bigger chance when the volatility is low? Is that the market could come up, right? I mean, the VIX could come up, meaning the SPX went down, but that's all relative. Sometimes it's not as much as you think, or it's more than you think. But it's good to be long vega when the volatility is this low. Now, one other long vega trade you could consider for Monday is the double long diagonal. Now here I've set one up, and I just used the close here on Friday at 41.24. So I'm doing these really tight, maybe tighter than you saw before, meaning I'm buying that long only about 20 points up for the call side at 41.45, selling the 41.50. Remember, we only go 5 points wide on the call side because it makes the downside part of the graph look much better. And then on the downside, we'll go 10 points wide, and I want to go down to 41.10, sell the 4100. And if you look at this, you've got a pretty good range, a little better range than you did in the calendar. That's one of the things I like about it. And it's a trade that you just can let work. If I were you, I'd let this thing work all the way up to the 41.60s and not even adjust it, maybe adjust at 41.70. and maybe even adjust at 40, 70 or slightly lower. So 40, 70, 41, 70, 100 points wide. Now, of course, you'd want to put this on Monday where I don't know where we're going to be trading. We could open up 30 lower or 50 higher. Now, if we are over 20 on the VIX, let's not do either of those trades on Monday. This is if we're still under 20 on the VIX. I don't know, something strange could happen and we could come into Monday with a really high VIX level. If that happens, just bank this one. You can use it another time whenever the VIX gets below 20, maybe even some other day next week if Monday doesn't happen to work out like that. All right, so that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope you guys are enjoying these. Like I said at the beginning, please spread the word, hit the subscribe button. And if you have comments or suggestions on what you'd like to see, put them there in the comments. I've been getting more and more comments. I really appreciate that. I will talk with you guys next week. I'm here anytime you want to comment. I'll get back with you. Have a good one. Bye.